Hello, it's Sue. Welcome back to my channel today. I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying some reasonable weather. It's a beautiful day here today, clear blue skies and actually quite warm. You might hear my fan in the background. Okay, so we're back for Junk Journal January, and our prompt today is number 9, which is hidden. So that little bowl that I've just knocked around has got all my bits in, so I don't lose. Now today I'm going to do something different, a little bit different. I hope it works out. I'm using this page, and as you can see, I've used some brown packing paper, and I wanted it double thickness, and I've ended up with these wonderful creases, which, you know, generally I don't mind, but actually I'm probably going to cover those today. Anyhow, let's get on. So first of all, I want to cover some of this background, and I've got a few pieces here, and I'm bearing in mind this page, so, you know, neutrals, big peachy yellowy colour. So we'll start. You might, I don't know whether you can see that here, I was playing around. I know I'm going to have quite a large area showing of this paper, so I was just playing around with my crayons, and I'll share what I did there in a little while. Okay, so we might just start with a light coat of, what do I use? Vintage Photo. Okay. This one is really the top one, I'm thinking. This comes out, and I've got my favourite tissue paper. That will be sort of creased up on there, and I've got some music paper, and I've actually scribbled over this with a crayon just to try and bring in some of that colour. Yeah, it's not too bad. All right. So I've got some more bits, but I think what I'll do is I'll start gluing down. I'm looking out the window because there's all sorts of birds flying around, and they chase and fly into the windows, which isn't really a good idea for them. They don't all make it. They fly into the windows, they break their necks, and then somebody has to dispose of the remains. And generally, that's the boss, or she. He does that job. He says he's like the Undertaker here. Okay, we might just add some just along the bottom there. How have you been? Did you have a good weekend? I've got to say that my last video took most of Sunday to load to YouTube. I don't know what was going on a Sunday, but I was beginning to think it would never load up. I don't know why that happens. I'm sure there's a reason. It would be nice to be a couple of videos ahead, so I don't always feel under the pump. Oops. Right, tissue paper. So I want this a bit bunched up. That will do. And I want this one slightly underneath. So I'm just using glue stick for all of this. I had this bit of thread on my desk and I was wondering if I could use that. Just sticking to my fingers now, of course. Just for a little bit of interest. And it needs to be further up here. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'll use some art glitter glue just to catch that end. For now, just to hold it while we put this little piece of music script on. Tuck you in, you're a bit pink. There we go. And I don't mind if that's loose, that's fine. So long as this holds it, we'll be good. Okay, now I've got a couple of other little bits here. Oops. Making this. Maybe this. And I've also got this ticket. I just want a little bit of that popping out, peeking out from the back there. So see if I can, yep. Thinking something like that. What do you reckon? Okay, so the green needs to go down first. In fact, what I do is I glue them all and then hopefully I can position and attach them at the same time. Just pop that there for a minute. Oops. I'm gluing on my glue book at the side here. So let's see how I did that. Still want to see some of that yellow. So maybe that, and that like that. How's that? Okay, and we'll do a few more little dots up here. So basically I'm just scribbling in a circle and just adding that orange dot, whoops, above, and we'll make this one look like it's tucked behind. Oh, there it is, nearly lost that one. Okay, like I say, you don't really see them, they're not that obvious. Okay, so that's the main collage. Now, of course, the prompt was hidden, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one of these, which is a little origami pocket or box. It's part of like a Chinese thread box, but I'm just making the base bit today. So what happens is it opens up like this, and you can add little pieces in the middle. So I've got some collage pieces. These are scraps that I've had around. I think they're actually Arty Maze scraps. Anything too heavy because you want it to close over, and that is going to form a pocket at the bottom. At the moment, I'll see how I go. I may just glue it on 3 sides, and then we can always put a tag in for more journaling, really. Okay, right, so I will attempt to show you how I make these. I mean, there are videos on YouTube, but we'll have a go, see how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to put my book aside. Okay, so this is the paper I'm going to use. It's tea stain paper, and it's quite thin. It's thinner than copy paper, which means that the small folds are a lot easier with the thinner paper. If you use pattern paper, it works, but it doesn't sit so flat. So anyway, I'll show you how how we fold. You can see I've already folded mine and opened it up, so that I know I'm working properly. Now, as I say, this piece of paper is 15 centimeters square, and I've used 15 centimeters square because it's easy to divide into 3. You basically fold this into 3. So 3 into 15 is 5 centimeters. That's from the left, and fold in. Open it up, take the right hand side and line it up with that original fold line, your first 5, and score. And this actually works much better if you score well. Okay, so you start off, you've divided your paper into 3. So then what we need to do is we take this one, which is my right hand side, and I fold back so that the end comes to that fold line. So that's your next fold. Open it up, and with this one, take it over, fold back on itself so that you've got another strip. They work out about 2.5, don't they? Yeah, 2.5 centimeters wide. So that ends up looking like this. Next, you need to do your corner folds. And to do those, what you do is, let's turn that one back out of the way. Open this one up, and we take this corner and we fold it to form a triangle so that this point meets that last score line. So this score line here, that's where you're folding to. Okay, and you do the same on this side. And the closer you get them together, the better. Didn't help that I didn't trim my paper very well. I just tore it, but it should be okay. So you do the same at the bottom, into the corners. Sorry, can you see? In here and there, and then just fold them back. Okay, so that's that one done. So with this one, fold it in, and you're basically going to do the same. Open it up, like so. Fold this into the center. And this was as far as I got with my trial, so just make sure I line that up properly. Okay, that's the first fold, and the same on this side. And the same at the bottom. In meet that center score line and fold, score. Okay, there and there, score. And then we turn that over. So you end up with a piece like this, and we will press all those score lines down well. Open it up, so you've got this, and then what we want to do is fold this top point down. You can score, but finger fold is probably as good. And you just want to line up these 2 points, which I didn't do very well there. Okay, line those up like so, turn it and do the same with this end. Try and line those up. Okay, open it up, and then we'll open this, just slide your fingers underneath, pull them up, and you can see the box shape taking shape, and where we folded should give us a line across there, and the same here. And you might have to fiddle around, poke the corners out, but just get that so that it's nice and square, so it sits square on the bottom like that. And then we need to push this in and fold it down. Actually, we'll do this end first. Push this side in, fold it down. See what we're doing? And then this side, do the same. So they should meet in the middle. Just use the bone folder just to even up those score lines. Okay, so that's closed our little box up. Okay, so then if you open it, there's your box, and now it should just close nicely. So that's how you make that little box, and we're going to use that on our page across the bottom. So there's no gluing of this, it's purely folding to hold it in place. And you can see, here's my bits of ephemera, and I've measured those the same size basically as the base, which should be around 4, I think, 4 inches, let me see. Yeah, 4 inches, which is 10 centimetres by 2 inches. 2 inches, which is around 5 centimetres. Okay, so that's the size of your box, and your ephemera just sits in the bottom like so, and you close it over. There you go. And actually, because this has been coffee stained, it's a bit wavy, but that's fine. So now let's get the journal back. My plan is to sit it here across the bottom. It's up to you. You can decorate these pieces. You can add a bit of ephemera. Just do a bit of whatever. See what I've got on my desk here. Now I'm going to speed this up and play some music whilst I just decorate the front of this pocket, and I'll see you at the end. push that up a bit. There we go. So does it still open? Yes. Whoopie-doop. Okay, let's move all this stuff out of the way. Start with a nice tidy work desk. And by the end of it, I've got so much stuff everywhere. It's a surprise I can find anything. Are you the same? Is it just me? Sure it's not. Okay. So this little pocket is going on here, and I will just glue on 3 sides. Just make sure I don't go over that fold line, basically. And we don't, so that's good. So there we go, and it opens. Pop those little bits inside, like so. There might be a few too many bits in there. Let's just try the 2 journaling cards, I think. Yeah, by the time that's closed over, that'll be fine. So all I need in there is something to journal on. So I'll either add a tag to that, or I might have a tag. Hang on. Let's have a look. And that fits in there quite nicely. Now when that comes out, I notice I might do a few more of these. Just to fill up that space. There we go. So that's our page, hidden, and it's a hidden pocket. Secret little pocket with a tuck spot behind. Okay, now this can go up at the top of the page, I think. Yep, I'll keep that out because really it's just, I've just added that in to finish off. So that's our page today. I hope you liked that. I hope you'll have a go at one of these little pockets. They are fun, and I'll see you back here hopefully for prompt number 10. And what is prompt number 10? Here we go. Prompt number 10 is, ooh, intricate. That'll be interesting. Okay. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much, and I'll see you hopefully in the next video. Thanks now. Bye.